Hi, this is Devara Zuswana, and I am one of the awardee of Indonesian International Student Mobility Award 2021 here at the University of Edinburgh. I am the first batch. Yes, that's true. I am the first batch of IISMA program. So this video will be the mark of the end of my journey here as a visiting student at the University of Edinburgh. My first time hearing about IISMA, or Indonesian International Student Mobility Awards, was because someone in my year sharing the information in our line group chat. To be honest with you, the whole process of applying IISMA was very challenging, and everything was happened so fast because everything was done under the restriction regulations that happened in Jakarta at the time. So it became more meaningful because we acknowledged the whole process. Arriving in Edinburgh, we were under mandatory quarantine for 10 days because at the time Indonesia was on the red list. The experience of isolation was fun because the awardees of the University of Edinburgh was made to get together, like a lot of activities together during quarantine, like dinner together, lunch together. So we were having fun. Like the whole experience of isolation was made less lonely thanks to them. One of the things that I noticed so different was the food was so different with what we had in Indonesia. Like the food in Scotland was like less spices and less flavor, I would say. So at the time, because we were in a room for 10 days, we don't really we were in other countries, we were like far from home. But when the food arrived and we eat them, it was like, oh, we were in a different country because the food was so much different. And that's when I realized, oh, I'm not in Indonesia. All the courses that I took in Edinburgh pretty much related to health. And as someone who is learning on mental health field, this expansion of knowledge was very fresh and fun. The style, the handbook, the activities inside the classroom, the workshops was epic. Like, it's totally different with whatever I ever had in Indonesia. And I think I kind of need to adjust my learning habits due to these differences because I used to write a lot, and during my study in Edinburgh, I tend to discuss a lot with my friends and with my classmates to gain more insight. I personally think that the fact that there is the whole different world made us wonder how far we know about things, how much we know about this theory, how much we know about these differences or these different perspectives on others. So I feel like all the discussion that I had with all of my friends in Edinburgh give me more insights and nourish all of the things that I probably have never known before. Edinburgh is a very rich culture. Like a lot of people from different countries coming to Edinburgh and make a living. So Edinburgh is very, very rich in culture besides all the Scotland heritage, traditions and culture. And they are very supportive. Like a lot of people were very supportive when IISMA awardees made the celebrations to celebrate Indonesian Youth Pledge Day. Many of our friends, acquaintances were coming to support us. And to be a good representative of Indonesian, I cooked some Indonesian food for my flatmates and my classmates. They were all so happy about it. They were probably like exposed to some Indonesian food from East Asian, but never really find an authentic restaurant of Southeast Asia. So I'm very glad that their first time was my home cooked meal, and they were so happy about it that we forgot to take a lot of picture because we're just so full and enjoying our time. I really like to engage in volunteering activities. I did a lot of volunteering events in Indonesia, and I was wondering if I could do the same to experience the whole new experience of volunteering in other country. And
In Scotland, they have a lot of charity shops that need the volunteer help. So I decided to join and help in one of the shop called Cats Protection Charity Shops. I involved in a lot of new things that I have never experienced before. So it was quite fun. It's not really such difference in my life. I feel like this journey is my own self-discovery journey. Being away from my usual self, being away from home, being away from my environment, being away from my people, taught me to discover who I really am. Now I know better about what I like, what I don't like, what I despise probably. So I think I know more about myself. Also, I discover how I want Indonesian to be represented, and because surrounded with a lot of people from different nationalities makes me feel like, oh, I want Indonesian to be represented this way and not that way. So many people will know how amazing Indonesian would be. My favorite experience is that I got to witness many of my first time by exploring their Edinburgh culture and traditions. And one of them is like a play. I witnessed many of my first times, such as like living abroad alone for the first time, being in an English speaking countries for the first time. So I experienced a lot of my first time because of the IISMA. The thing that I saw in Edinburgh and wish to be implemented in Indonesia is the active campaign about mental health awareness. I feel like they have a very high awareness of the existence of the unseen disabilities, and I feel like this is one of the things that I admire the most, because this active campaign make Edinburgh as a city that inclusive and also livable for everyone without exception. As I study psychology, I will try to participate in more events to hone my own leadership skills, and participating and collaborating with more communities, and also engaging with social media regarding the mental health awareness campaign. I cannot wait to be actively involved to support my fellows classmates from Universitas Negeri Jakarta to take part on making global change with IISMA. I believe by sending more bright students, we exposed Indonesia to the eye of the world and let the world witness how beautiful Indonesia could be and its people.
I am definitely IISMA biased because the journey that given by IISMA is definitely life-changing. This is the journey where you can discover yourself and be a better version of yourself. To discover what you can contribute when you go back to Indonesia and what you can give to the society. So I'm definitely IISMA biased. This has been Devara Zuswana. I'm IISMA awardee for the University of Edinburgh 2021, and I am bold to